Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. As always, we're going to wait a little bit for everyone to join in. Let me move my step stool out of the way. Welcome, 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 everyone. Let me get my die cutting machine set up and get some things moved out of the way here. Hello. As always, say hello when you join in so that I know that you are here. We're halfway through the week. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Helen. Hello, everyone. Hola, Mimi. Hola. Welcome. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Shirley. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are taking a little, I don't want to say a siesta, but we're taking a little move from the new release. Well, I'm going to use one new release. Well, it's even more new. Well, you'll see. It's kind of hard to explain because we were using all new release items, and now we're still using new release items, but we're using other new release items because subscriptions just launched for the month. So you got links to different pages. What does that? I'm not sure what that means. You got links to different pages. Maybe you got an update, or you got a notification for two different places, because I'm live now on Brutus Monroe, Christopher Allen, and I'm live on all of them. Oh, notifications, yes. I'm live in 3 places right now. Can you believe it? It's like I'm on like the news. But we're going to be streaming in even more places for Facebook as well. So yeah, we have a lot of folks that are subscribed over at Brutus Monroe that aren't subscribed over here at the Christopher Allen page, and some people that don't use YouTube at all. So we have our Facebook posts. So that's why you're going to see that there are lots of places now that you can watch, which I think is great. All right. So today, I don't know if Jessica is here with us today, but I'm making her card today. So let's go ahead and go down to the top view. So today, and you'll notice that the camera is going to be a little bit clearer now too. I've done a lot of finagling, and things should be a lot better now. So this is Jessica Vitek's card. So the die of the month this month, I just want to use it on everything because I think that it's just the cutest die set ever. And she used it here, and I'm gonna, recreate her card, but I'm going to, add a little bit of Christopher flair to it and change it up just a little bit. So we are going to, let's take a look at the die first, okay? So the die of the month is called Puddle Jumping. So Puddle Jumping is the die of the month. And it's just so cool. So this is what all of the pieces look like laid out. And then these are what all of the pieces look like when you put them together. Hello, Dion. So it has some word dies in there as well. We're not going to use the word dies today, but of course you can use them however you would like. And then also there are the boots and the little pieces to put on the boots, as well as the umbrella. And I just think it's such a fun die set. It is a subscription product. So remember, if you do purchase it, it is $15. That is $15 flat. It is shipped to you for $15, which I just think is incredible. And then it goes up to $19.99. Is there actually 2 umbrellas? So there are 2 umbrella pieces, and I'll show you what that looks like when I pop this open. There's actually an umbrella. It's an umbrella shadow piece. So the way that the new die of the month works is it's now in an envelope. So when you open it up, you see all of your different pieces. This is a lot of dies for $15 shipped. So I mean, normally this shipped would be $3.99. So $3 or $4. So you're getting it for $11 essentially. But grab it with other products too, because that makes it worthwhile. So you do get this little storage envelope that you can keep it in if you would like, but you can see here there are two different type of boots. There's a larger boot and then a smaller boot, but it does have the little the little boot piece at the bottom. I love it. Hello, Gareth. And then there are the little pieces to put on the boots, which I'm definitely going to use one of the pieces to put on the boots because I think that is just going to be so cute. So again, here is I should have made this so that we can see it. I wonder if I can still do that. So bear with me one moment. I think that I am able to put it up as a photo in the corner. So we're doing this on the fly. So bear with me for just one moment because I do want you to be able to see the sample up in the corner while I'm actually doing it, because I think that it's important to give credit where credit is due, because this is such a cool project. So let me grab her. Let's see here. So it is right here, because it really doesn't do it justice by looking at it on my screen. It really doesn't. So let me see if I can drag this up and place it. It looks like I can. So let me just make this much smaller. Okay, so now you can see up in the corner what work. Are you all able to see that? What we're working with here? I think you can all see it. Let me know if you can or cannot see it. All right, so we can get this out of the way now because you can see the project up there in the corner. You can see it. Oh, perfect. Okay, so let me move this over here. Through the magic of television. Okay, so we have her project right up here. So that's what we're going to emulate today. So I'm going to put the dies to the side because I do want to grab my paper. This is a brand new paper pad. If you love spring, this is your month for spring items and spring goodies. So this is the Sophisticated Spring Paper Pad. It is just the most perfect spring plaids. So it's very, very simple plaids, but they are very, I would say, useful plaids. Now, none of these will have the images on the back because these were manufactured before we made that change. But, obviously you can just flip through and take a look at what is inside of there. So she used this print, which we are going to continue to use that same print. So this is the print that she used for her background here. And then she used paper to create this background. I'm going to use something a little different. So I'm going to actually use the, and I think I'm going to use this paper. I don't think she used this paper, but this is the paper we're going to use for the boot. She used, and I think we'll use the same the same paper for the boot and the umbrella. Okay, so move these to the side. So I'm going to use something different today because we always get a lot of questions about this particular product, and this is our fiber paper. So I love using our fiber paper. I think there's quite a few folks out there that really love also using the fiber paper. And the fiber paper is really cool because it is a mistable fabric paper blend. It's awesome. You can mist, stamp, dye, and die cut this amazing paper substitute. And we're going to utilize this today to create our background area. So we're actually going to blend on this piece, which I think is going to be super cool. So we normally do not blend, or we normally would use paper for this, but I think it's going to be great to use this for this. Oh yeah, isn't it cool? I think it's really cool. So let's start by cutting out our paper layer that we're going to use first, and that is out of this paper here. And let me grab my card base. And all of the subscriptions are available now, and they have started to ship. So here is my card base. So we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because it's going to be the full front of the card. And to anyone that's just joining us now, this up in the corner is Jessica Vitex card, and I am recreating it today. All right, by 5 1/2. And then this is our base. Okay. So now we're going to need to pick out a circle die that will fit within this area. So I have my Brutus Monroe. These are our basics. So the fiber paper, it's like a paper / fabric. It's very, very interesting. It's very different. You have to get it to try it. But it's just really, really cool. So when you pull it out of the package, when you feel it, I mean, it's almost, I don't know how to explain it, but I'll show you real quick how well it takes on color. So you can almost like tie dye it. So we're going off course here. Everyone hold on to your seats. We're doing something a little different than what I originally had intended to do. So let me just grab, do I have a media mat down here? I don't think I have a media mat handy. Heather is on a little trip, so she's not, my assistant is not with me, so I am, as you can imagine, lost. But we'll just do it on the paper here. It's going to be hard to see because it's paper on paper, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the chroma mist. We'll do some of the blue violet and then some of the turquoise. It kind of reminds me as well of a, very similar to a dryer sheet, but not a dryer sheet. So I'm just going to spray on some color here. And as you can see, it's taking on the color. So it is, and then you can add in a little bit of shimmer if you want. I'm trying not to get this everywhere because I am going to work on this surface in a second. Don't want to get on my card. But it like absorbs. So do you see how it has absorbed that? And it will dry. I mean, it's going to dry completely. So we'll set this to the side, and when I'm done, we'll come back to it. But it's a fabric paper. That's the best way that I can explain it to you. It is a fabric paper, and it's great. I'm pretty sure that Shannon has used it. She's used it in all sorts of different fabrications. But I think her favorite is she created a card once for me that it was like she almost made like tie-dye. Like it's really, really cool. So all right, so let's pull out some more of our fiber paper. And let's grab a circle. It's almost gonna act like vellum. Did the lily dyes come in yet? I didn't see them on the website. They did. Yeah, it's very much like rice paper. That is a great way. A great way of explaining it. They did. Let me double check real quick, just to see what the. Let me see, because they should have went live last night at midnight. So let me take a look here. Let's see. Oh, yep, that doesn't show that they are active. Let me go ahead and I'm going to fix that for us real quick. Okay, so you should be able to refresh and they should show up now. They should, being the key word, should show up now. All right, so let me grab my circle. So I have a couple of different circles here, and I think I'm going to use that one because I think this one's going to be too big. Yeah, that's going to be a little too big. So we'll use this one. So I think that's like the third size down. And again, these are our foundation circle dies. All right. So let's set this to the side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out of the fiber paper. Another great thing about the fiber paper is you can die cut it. And it die cuts very easily. Very, very easily. Yeah, it could be, I would say it's comparable to a rice paper, but it's very different from a rice paper because rice paper, I don't know, it's a little stiffer than what rice paper would be. So look at how beautifully that cut out. And it's really just that like, it's just going to add a little, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to add quite a bit of diffusion. That's it. It's going to diffuse that, but it's fabric. So it's a fabric paper. That's the best way that I could describe it. So now I'm going to grab a piece of, let's just grab a piece of scrap paper, and I'll use that to do our blending. So I'm also going to use today the stencil of the month because I am so in love with the stencil of the month as well. And she used it as well. You could see it up here. She used the stencil of the month herself. So the stencil of the month, this month is called Spring Showers. And look at it. All right, hold on. I gotta show it without the background. So this is what spring showers looks like. So we really wanted a stencil that was rain and had rain, and this is what the team came up with. So I think it's incredible. I think it is something that works so well, and I love it. I think it's really cool. So I'm going to just place this down. The other cool thing about the fiber paper, obviously, is that it also loves to soak up ink. So if you are using ink, you are going to be able to soak up the ink within here. So now I'm going to use another new product, not available yet, but this is our new mini blending brush. This will not be available until the end of our mid next month. But if you are taking my class, you're getting 2 of them. So if you are taking the garden party class, you are going to get 2 of these mini blending tools, and they are just so wonderful for blending these stencils. I think there's like 3 spots left. Hi, Darren. And they just work so well for blending these smaller areas. They're perfect because they don't hold on to the ink. They release the ink. And they're great. So again, if you're taking my class for the garden party, you will receive 2 of these brushes complimentary. Mid-April is when they will come out. At least that's the plan. As long as they get here in time, that's the plan. Because that's the only problem. We're at the, with supply chain issues and things like that, it can take a little while. Oh, you could make it rainbows. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. So I'm just going in, and again, I'm using the mini Brutus Monroe blending brush. This will be available to everyone at the end of April, but as it stands right now, it is only going to be available to those that take my garden party class. And it just works so well. Look at how, and I'll show you up here on paper. So right now I'm blending on the fiber paper, but on paper it's just incredible, and it works so well because you can go in and you can do little areas. So again, Brutus Monroe mini blending brushes. If you're taking my class, you'll get 2 of them. So you'll be the first ones to receive them. That's okay. Mackie, please take your note to the front of the room. I know, I'm excited about them being available too. All right, so now we're gonna lift this off, and you will see how the fiber paper perfectly took that on, and it's just diffused. So it is like the, you can still see it, but it's I don't know, I just think it's so cool. Yeah, live on both channels as well as live on Facebook. So now you can see when it goes on to here, you can just see it's just perfect. It like looks like the rain is almost coming through like a window. It's hard to explain, but you gotta see it in real life. You just gotta trust me because it's a very unique and very, very different type of paper. All right, so that's that. So let's move that up and out of the way, and let's start digging into our dies, shall we? So I am going to grab my little breaker aparters, and we're going to use the big boot. So I'm going to separate out the boot, and we get lots of questions about these dies being not being separated, and the reason they're not separated, and it's an excellent question that we've had multiple times, is it is very, very expensive for us to have them. They call it detabbing in the industry. So to have them detabbed, it's very expensive. So for us to do them non-detabbed, that is what makes it so that it is a much lower price point for us to do the subscription. So that is why they are at that price point. Okay, so that is the boot piece, and then this, I believe, is the piece that goes on the bottom of the boot. Yes. Okay, and then we have the top of the boot piece. So sometimes you could just separate them without even doing anything. But I'm definitely using this little frog because this frog just makes me so happy, and I think it'll look so great on this boot. Will we be? Yes, Jill. We're working on it. It's really hard to get them from the place that we get them from. We actually carry Hero Arts' now, but we are getting our own. So we'll never be out of stock of them again. Okay, so this sits on top of here, I believe, and then you can see the base part of it. And then I'm going to set this to the side because I don't want to lose it. I've got to get all my pieces together here. But yes, we will have our own version of them. That's the plan. We're working on them as we speak. We have a whole line of tools that will be coming very soon. So we don't need the boot. We do need the top of the umbrella though. So let me cut out the rest of these. Yeah, we have our own brand of scissors coming. We have the blending tools coming. So lots of things. And I mean, again, we carry a lot of our partner brands things, but when they go out of stock, it stinks because we have so many folks that are like, you know, Christopher, what the heck? We really want this. So the only way to change that is to, hi Simon, is to carry our own. So we will have our own scissors, our own little snips. We'll have our own the blending tools. Like this blending tool, this isn't available yet. It's only going to be available in my class, but it will be available to everyone mid-April is when the... I haven't talked to you in forever, Simon. I think I probably owe you a phone call, right? I think I owe you a phone call, or at the very least a text. All right, so now we have all of our little pieces ready to go. So first we are going to cut out the top of our boot, and the top of our boot and the top of the umbrella are both going to be this beautiful, I don't know if this is contrast enough. Should we do this side or should we do this side? Should we do the yellow or the blue and green? I'll let you all vote. Yellow or blue and green? While I reset up my die cutting machine. I'll take the first 3 votes. First 3 votes. No one's voting. Oh my goodness. Or is the chat just stopped? Blue and green. Okay. Blue and green, yellow. Okay, we have 1 for blue and green. We have 1 for yellow. Second for blue and green. Okay. Will it be a tiebreaker? Or not a tiebreaker. Will we get... What will we get? Blue and green. So blue and green it is. Okay. So let me just get this set up. So we need the top of the umbrella and the top of the boot. And then I think we'll just use like a stark green for the... Oh, Marlene. Well, I hope you feel better soon. I had it in April. And I don't want it again. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start going live every day again. I'm trying to set up my at-home studio again because I really loved going live at home. Candy, we have all of them. So if Simon isn't able to answer, I don't know if he's still here, check the website because we carry all of them. All right, so there's the little boot. All right, so now let's grab the base of the boot. Oh, and we have a surprise for Friday. Should we tell them, Shannon? Or should we wait? Should we wait or should we tell them? You let me know. You tell me. He said, "I never remember." Okay, that's me. That's 100%. That's the same as me. So I guess we are in the same boat. So Shannon and I are going live together on Friday. We're going to create together, and we have this new fancy schmancy system. Oh, and Darren, I noticed that you were able to update the title, and I agree, Shannon is the best. But we are going live together, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really love the way that Darren designed these dies, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of die sets that come out are they're really hard to put together. They're really, really hard to put together. Oh, you saw the dry run earlier? Oh, you mean the one from last night? Yeah, we did a one last night. I'm not sure. What time is that, Shannon? Help me, Shannon. Oh, and look what I did. Yeah, we went live last night, and it was a hoot. It went well. We can invite guests. That's my favorite part. Okay, so I'm using some of the silver cardstock from Brutus Monroe. This is our precious metals paper. 8 Eastern Standard Time is when we'll be live. All right, and I should be able to run all of these through at the same time. I gotta find a piece of green. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I can run all these through at the same time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, when I tested the live button, a few seconds it went out to the world. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll have to go out and delete those, but that's okay. As long as it was for just a couple of seconds, that's fine. A couple of seconds is fine. Oh, literally 6 seconds. 6 seconds is all that was out into the world. That's it. Just 6 seconds. Oh my word. Well, there you go. That was a quick 6 seconds of. It was the changes to the way that we do things. That's perfect. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. Okay, so, and it looks like, I think the one on the Brutus Monroe side was already deleted. Did you delete that one already, Darren? Oh, good. I will let her know. It was a teaser. I didn't delete the one on the Brutus Monroe one, but it looks like it's gone. So somewhere, somehow it disappeared. But Darren, you can delete that if you haven't already, because it's nothing exciting. It was just us. Behind the scenes sneak peek, yes. Okay. So let me pull the rest of these pieces off. I'm just using Raven cardstock for the boot and for the little handle. All right. And that pixie tape really, really, really helps. I mean, if you haven't used pixie tape before, now is the time to try it out. I think we have plenty in stock. Oh, okay. I'll have to go in and see how I'm not sure how. I don't even know how to. Well, it would have broadcasted, though. You should be able to delete it on the Brutus Monroe channel, right? No? Maybe not. I don't know how all of that works. I just hit the button and hope for the best. That's what I do. I hit the button and I pray. That's about where I'm at when it comes to those things. Oh, let's use some glitter stock. We're going to use some glitter stock for the frog. All right. Green glitter stock, and all of our glitter stocks will be coming back in April. So keep your eyes peeled, because you all have been asking and being so patient about when our glitter stocks will be back, and they are coming. They're coming soon, I promise. We're working on it. This is just the cutest darn thing I ever did see. Oh my goodness, this frog. Hold on. This always falls out. I have to glue it. I love this thing, but the poker piece always falls out. Never fails. I gotta put some glue in there. But I have to put some like serious glue. I just put some like Elmer's glue in there. It didn't do anything. Look at this frog. Can you even believe it? So cute. So cute. All right, so let's get back to, let's grab some glue and let's start gluing some things together, shall we? All right, I'm gonna need an acrylic block to hold everything together without knocking my drink down. All right, it may be controlled through the original channel, so when you, oh, okay, perfect. He was able to do it. Yeah, so it's weird because like the way that it works, it's all done through, I use something called Restream, and Restream takes, now right now I'm also using like a separate broadcasting server thing, software, I guess would be the correct term, to do all of like the channel switching, because I use this thing, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this thing before, but I use this thing and it's incredible because I just press a button and it switches it over. So you can't do that with Restream, but what's great about Restream that we just discovered in our testing earlier is that Darren will be able to control our stream for us. So while we're busy crafting away, he's going to be able to, he will be able to do all of like putting the products up for us, and because what's really cool is you are able to actually go in and we're able to post the products that we're using. So you'll be able to, if you saw the sneak peek last night, which I think I've since deleted, but if you saw the sneak peek last night, I need tweezers, you would have seen that we are able to put up a QR code of the product that we're using, and that makes it super easy for you to be able to shop. Oh, this just fits so perfectly. It makes me so happy. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. All right. I mean, if you don't get this excited about crafting, why are you making a card? You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. If you don't get this excited when you're making something, don't make it. The white glue does dry clear. Yes, it sure does. I mean, it's more of like a matte clear. Look at that stinking frog. Oh, I can't stand it. All right. So it does dry, like it dries like a matte clear. Now, if you use our clear glue, which is being discontinued, so I don't know if we still have any of the clear glue in stock, but the clear glue is going to be discontinued. And when the clear glue is discontinued, it's gone forever. We will not be doing the clear glue anymore. So we will just have that glue and then the black glue, which the black glue is probably the most popular. Really, really the most popular. Oh, perfect. Oh, good. I'm glad that you were playing around with it today, because I didn't have a whole lot of time to play around with it the other day, and I was worried that I would miss a whole bunch of features. So, oh, you bought all three. Okay, good. Yeah, the clear is being discontinued because we're having a really hard time getting it from our manufacturer. So the clear, unfortunately, is going bye-bye. But We will always have the white and we will always have the black. And the black glue is really, really great for creating on like a dark surface because it really doesn't show up. It completely disappears. All right, whoopsies. I shifted it a little bit. Let's look at it from the back. I think that'll make it much easier. There we go. All right, we got some glue right here. That's okay, because it'll shine right up. All right, so now let's put our little handle on. I'm going to grab my little acrylic block for the handle, because the handle is going to be the only tricky part, because, you know, I always tell you, my big crafty man hands don't grab onto these little pieces as well as they will. Does the black glue dry shiny or matte? Matte. It dries matte. Okay. So now we'll place our little handle on here. Oh my goodness, I love it. And then we'll set, I always just set an acrylic block on top, just for a couple of seconds is all you really need to do. And it changes everything. I used to try to use them way too quickly and then it was just a nightmare. But all you need is just a little bit of acrylic block. Okay. Woo! Let's see here. So, I'm going to grab some of the sticky. That's perfect. All right. So I'm going to use some sticky dots. I've used the sticky dots before. I know I'm a broken record. I get it. But the sticky dots are the best, and let me tell you why. So when you're adhering something like vellum or something like the, that should be good, yep. So let's move this out of the way. Actually, I'm going to set it on there for just a couple more seconds while it's over here. So when you're adhering something like vellum or something like our fiber paper, you want it to be like a full coverage adhesive. So the sticky dots, I'll show you here, the way they work is whoops, don't want to do that. So it's got a little piece that you can pull it to start it, but I generally don't start it on, well, I'll start it like this. So let's grab this piece. So these are a gajillion little dots, all right? And gajillion is a real number, all right? So you're going to place it face up like so, or face up. And then we'll just do our boot at the same time. And this just makes it so easy to get full adhesion on the back. So then just place this back on top, run your finger or your hands over it, and now you have adhesive all over the back of that. So I'm going to grab this, peel this back up, and then I'm going to we'll grab our tweezers again just to be short. Now remember, all these little dots are still, you can continue using this page. You do not have to toss this after you're done, because if you have like little embellishments and things like that, that's what you'll use it on. So I'm just going to place this, don't want to stick it yet, place this right in the center. And then what's great is this is now completely stuck down. But look, you can still see through it. You don't see any adhesive, which is the only thing that I think kind of stinks whenever you're using an adhesive like that, is you can see everything through it, right? So, all right, so now let's take our boot. Let's see, she put her umbrella in front of the boot. So let's take our boot, which also now is fully covered in adhesive. And we'll place our little boot right here. Oh my goodness. I just love this so much. I really do. I hope you all do too, because I know that I sound goofy when I get so excited about this stuff, but this is what I'm meant to do, my friends. This is absolutely what I'm meant to do. All right, so now let me grab our umbrella. We're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to peel away this transfer sheet. I'm going to grab my umbrella. I'm going to place it down. Now you want to be a little bit more careful with the delicate pieces, because like see this has like a whole like a little very delicate little handle on it, but it just, I'm telling you, there's no other way in my opinion to put down little pieces like this. Because if you're using glue, now I know a lot of you are in love with the Barely Arts glue, and I am the same. We carry it. I think it's out of stock right now, but it's we will be getting it back in hopefully soon. But it is really and truthfully, these sticky dots are the way to go. Oh my goodness. So I didn't put mine as over top of it like she did, but I kind of like it in the crest right there. Let's put our sheet back on our sticky dots because we are going to reuse that. All right. Okie dokie. So now let's get a sentiment. I think we're going to use a sentiment from this stamp set. I was eyeing it up earlier. And I want to use the Have a Lovely Day because I think it'll fit there just perfectly. So let's go ahead and stamp that out. Actually, first, let's adhere this onto our card base. Look at how sparkly that frog is. I mean, just a very simple, very delicate card. And so easy to do. All right. Let's add our adhesive on there using the Gina K adhesive, my absolute favorite. Well, my favorite for the dot adhesive. So it's a dot adhesive. It's not like a full tape adhesive, if that makes sense. I mean, you'll probably understand if you have ever used the adhesives before. But look, I just love how delicate. Now, in real life, this paper is diffusing a lot more. Since it's very bright lights, you can see through it. But normally, you know, if you're not under bright studio lights like I am, which most of the people that are receiving your cards won't be under bright studio lights when they get them. But if they are, just make sure they turn it a little bit. All right, I'm going to grab a sheet of Perfect Blend. I know, sticky dots, they're great. They really are. And they stick to everything. Like, they're sticking to this fabric. So I grabbed a piece of the Perfect Blend cardstock. It's the 20 sheets. It's the best stamping cardstock. I don't care what anybody says. You really, really need a smooth cardstock when you are stamping as well as coloring. The smoother the cardstock, and I think there's a lot of folks that would agree with that, but I really think that the smoother the cardstock, and this is the smoothest cardstock. When you get this home, you are going to be absolutely astonished when you use it. I cannot stamp with an acrylic block anymore. I can't. Oh, I'm excited. Yay. Yay. I don't know how to stamp with an acrylic block anymore because I'm so used to a MISTI that I've lost the ability to stamp. I'm just so used to being able to stamp multiple times. I know it's terrible, but we have just been so spoiled by that darn MISTI that it's so hard to go back. Oh, I can't believe I picked the right one right off the bat. I'll be darned. All right. Let me put these dies back in their rightful homes. Grab a little pixie tape. Hello, my Jessie. How are you? All right, and I think we're going to pop this up. Oh, yeah, it's 70 degrees in Pittsburgh today. Isn't that great? I love it. I'm going to go home, take the dogs for a walk. Rob has a whole bunch of meetings tonight. I don't know if I told you all this yet, but Rob is going to be a doctor. Yes. Yes. So he is getting his doctorate in education, and he's almost done. he has a couple more months. So he's constantly running and doing all sorts of things. So yeah, he will have his doctorate in a couple of months. Yes. Well, that's what I said. My mama always wanted me to marry a doctor, but I just had to wait for the one that I love to become a doctor. That's what I told my mom the other day. I said, I know you always wanted me to marry a doctor, but we had to wait. So it's exciting. I'm very excited for him. We're going to have a big party, and it's going to be great. So yeah. So yes. All right. So let's pop that in there. And it's great because my mom works here. I know most of you know that, but I get to hang out with her almost every day, and I always get her. So I told her, that was a couple weeks ago though. I think I told her that. So I'm just grabbing some pop dots. These, I don't have our pop dots handy, so I'm just using the squares from ThermoWeb. There's multiple ways to do things, so it is a lot of work. I feel like I should get my honorary doctorate just for you need. Oh, okay, perfect. I will do that. So it's because it's been a wild ride, but it's good. I mean, he's very he loves it, and he loves education. Bless his heart, because I know the world of education is crazy right now, to say the least. But he loves it, and he's been doing it. He's been a teacher almost 10 years now. And he really, really wanted to get his doctorate. So I said, yes, go for it. You can do it. So yeah, so he will, I think it's like 3 months. 3 months he will have his doctorate, I think it is. So that is where we are at. So yes. All right. So that is everything that I have for all of you today. I think it turned out pretty great. Let me pop back up to the front screen. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more adhesive to the back because I don't think I got a whole bunch of sticky dots there. But yeah, so this is the finished card. Look at that darn frog. I love it so much. So let me go ahead and remove the image there and go back to the front view. So yeah, so that's it, everyone. I hope you love the subscriptions this month. I'm going to be talking about the subscriptions a little bit here and there. Also still continuing to talk about new releases. We have so many things that are happening right now at Brutus Monroe, and it's so exciting. All the spring products, of course, are still available. We have our spring release. We have the March release. Then we also have the supplements for the subscription products that released today. So remember, also, we have a big release plan for you on March 15th as well. Thank you, Jesse. We have a big release. Well, it's a box. I will say that. So we're doing my birthday box a little early this year, which I'm very excited about. So my birthday box will be happening a little under a month before my actual birthday, but it is such a cool box, and the team has worked so hard on it, and it's a lot of fun. Do you want a sneak peek? Shall I grab a sneak peek? Would that be all right? Everyone, let's see. Shannon, Darren, can I show a sneak peek? I must ask permission because they have been working so hard on it. I was playing around with one of the products the other day. Oh, first let me show you this. Look at how cool this turned out. And I wish you could see the purple. It's hard to see the purple, but it's like tie-dye. It's tie-dye. So this is the one hint that I'll give you about the box. So it's all about the 90s. So this is an incredible, incredible stencil that was designed for the box. So this gives you a little inkling, of what the box entails. So it's all about the 90s. So think Tamagotchis, think Rubik's Cubes, think what are some other things? Roller skates. Everything that you can think of that was the 90s is going to be this box. So it's going to be so cool. Ink King. So this, I was inking this up the other day, and you'll be able to make a Rubik's Cube with the stencil. So I just think it's so cool. It's so unique, and you're going to see there's a lot of really fun and sketchy things that will be coming out in that release. So I think it's going to be fun. I think we're going to really have a good time. And there's a lot of products, just so you know, that are only going to be available in the box. So it's one of those deals, but I think it's cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think you're really going to enjoy it because I love the 90s. I mean, who doesn't love the 90s? And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, oh yes, happy birthday. Well, happy unbirthday because the comment went by so fast. Yeah, it turned out really, really well. I have a couple of notes though for you, Darren, that I'll give you in offline, but it's just something to help it line up a little bit better. That's all. I mean, I got it to line up perfectly, but that's because I know what it's supposed to look like. So we'll have a couple little couple notes. So, all right. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much. I hope that you're able to get all the goodies and the things that you also desire. Make sure, of course, to take a look at our clearance section. Look at our clearance section every single day. Love you too, Jesse, because there's every single day new things are added to our clearance section. So we need a tiny word stamp to add some fun sayings to it. Oh, Candy, you've already seen the release. I was going to say there's something that has words involved that I think that you'll like that's coming with the release, but you've already seen it. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Again, remember, check the clearance section every single day. We have so many products now at Producer Knows. So because of that, there's constantly products that are going into the clearance section. So take a look. There's a couple of things that just went in there that I think are really, really great. So make sure you grab them. So she said, I forgot. So, well, there's a lot of stuff happening at Producer Knows. So it's easy to forget things that are coming out or have already come out. So thank you so much. Remember to create something every single day, whether that is a spring card for someone you love or your own ending. I love you all very much, and I thank you for your support, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Goodbye, my friends.